we kind of got like a lone wolf and cub storyline, and we
Hmm.
also have a bit of dealing with imposter syndrome, if you want to call it that, with Sir Duncan the Tall.
Hmm.
And of course, the Royals being royal assholes. So, hey, what's up? It's Rashad Antonio. We are the Wester Bros. Man, we are back. We are back.
Welcome back, welcome back,
Bro,
welcome
man,
back.
like we never left. And we're
Hmm.
here to talk about the new miniseries basically from the Game of Thrones franchise. And this is a Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Trailer dropped today. Thank you, New York Comic Con. And just want to talk about the trailer, vibes, and just other goings on. Since it's been a while that we've had Game of Thrones talk. So
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
been a while.
it's for those of you who are, new to this and those of y'all that are true to this. You know that me and Rashad are true to this. This is probably our baby that kind of got us going into our potting with the upon further review thing, little landscape here when we used to talk about Game of Thrones and stuff. And then we started doing our thing. And then, of course, House of the Dragon comes out. Oh, by the way, y'all, just a friendly reminder. This comes out, what we're about to talk about, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, January 18th. And then later on in the year, we're going to get season three of, House of Dragon. My
Yeah.
God, that is
Late
too
late summer, probably like
late.
end of August, early September.
Yeah, definitely. That's normally
Yeah.
around the time it comes out. I mean, the fact that
Mm-hmm.
we're getting two separate Game of Thrones properties coming out in the same year is like, chef's kiss. But we're back. You see who I rep around these parts around here or whatever. I know who Rashad reps around these parts or whatever. So I, I'm ready to get into this.
Yeah, like I literally just saw the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And man, I know this sounds corny, but it just feels so good to be back and into the just the actual tapestry of what Game of Thrones is.
Mm-hmm.
And off initial impression, two main things going on here. One, we kind of got like a lone wolf and cub storyline going on with Dunk and Egg. And
Mm-hmm.
we also have a bit of dealing with imposter syndrome, if you want to call it that,
Okay.
with Sir Duncan the Tall.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have, of course, the royals being royal assholes. So that always makes for just great underdog energy
Mm-hmm.
from the little guy. And like, yeah, and of course, Targaryen's always in the mix because they're still essentially were ruling power because,
Yeah.
they ain't lose that until, what was your boy's name?
The Mad King, King Ares, the third or second or whatever, his crazy ass. So
Yeah.
they ain't lose it till then. So just a real quick, for those of you that aren't familiar with this, because I know a lot of people were like, "What the hell is a Game of Thrones, a Night of the Seven Kingdoms? Like, when does this take place?" Whoever. That's why I am here to help you out in this or whatever. This story, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, basically is based off the book, the short book that George R. R. Martin himself wrote, known as excuse me, gonna make sure I want to make sure I have it right. The Tales of Dunk and Egg, which is the tales of Sir Duncan the Tall and Aegon Targaryen. Now, this is another Aegon. I don't know what number he is. If I'm not mistaken, he may be Aegon the fifth, fourth or fifth. He's one of, I think he might be Aegon the fifth or whatever. And this is taking place 100 years before the original Game of Thrones series. So if you're wondering where that falls into with House of the Dragon, so from my understanding, this takes place 100 years. It's smack dab in the middle, basically. 100 years before 100 years before the OG series Game of Thrones and 100 years after House of the Dragon. So at this point in time in the history of Westeros, the Targaryen dragons are all gone. They are they are sans dragons. That's what that would say. There is no dragons at all. Targaryens are still in power. They still are the royals of Westeros. Um, Looking at the cast here, I'll go over the cast.
Cool.
We'll go over the cast a little shortly. There is a lot of Targaryens you're going to see here. Like
Yeah.
you thought there were a lot of Targaryens in House of the Dragon. It's even more in this aspect right here. So yeah, so it's taking place 100 years before the OG series, 100 years after House of the Dragon, and it follows the tale of Sir Duncan the Tall and Prince Aegon. And the thing is, just giving a heads up, Prince Aegon is he's like, if I'm not mistaken, like fourth, fifth in line of the throne, of the Iron Throne. And this kid is basically as well, believe it or not, he has ties to the OG series as his older brother that we probably will see a little later on in this is Maester Aemon, the blind Maester from the Wall with the Knights of the Watch, who was a Targaryen. For those of you that remember in the OG series, you know he let Jon Snow know that when Jon Snow was ready to leave the Night's Watch to go help his brother Robb after his dad got his head cut off and all that stuff, and he told him about the duty. But yes, he is the older Aemon. Sir Aemon the Maester is the older brother of Aegon of Egg. So we're gonna probably see not maybe this season, but maybe next season or somewhere we're gonna see Maester Aemon come along because he basically gave up the chance to become the king of Westeros and it went to Egg. Egg is basically traveling around with Sir Duncan the Tall to learn about Westeros. He's a squire, but no one to make sure no one knows that he's a Targaryen. They shave his head bald. You know, they shave his head bald, so he run around with a little bald head, so it's shaped like an egg. So that's why his nickname is Egg as well as that. And they're just traveling through Westeros. And from my understanding through Westerosi history, when Egg becomes the king of the Seven Kingdoms, he is a beloved king because of the fact that he was able to spend time with the small folks during his adventures with Sir Duncan, and he was able to relate to them and handle their issues and not just deal with, the rich or, it's very fitting that this is coming out in the time of that we're living in right now in this country, but
Yeah.
that's a story for another day. So yeah, so that's what this series is going to be about. The tales of Dunk and Ed, but Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Let me just go through. Go ahead, Rashad. What you about to say? I'm
No,
sorry.
you good. No, yeah, it's seemingly it's going to be a very like contained story,
Yes.
and I do know like just a small amount of details that kind of lead up to this. I won't say anything about it because if
Hmm.
you look at spoilers like that, it would be like a bit of a spoiler. But
Yeah.
it's more like the like what the what's the inciting incident that kind of starts the actual plot moving. But yeah,
Hmm.
but other than that, man, like I'm real. Yeah, go the tell us who all the Targaryens gonna be in this.
All right. So these are. So let me just run through the cast. Of course, we know the star of the show is going to be Sir Duncan the Tall. His nickname is Dunk, and he is a hedge knight of lowborn background. So he isn't a highborn knight or whatever from a family. He's a lowborn knight. He's a hedge knight, and a hedge knight is basically somebody who travels the land, and they go to the highest bidder. What I'm saying, they go to a house with the highest bidder. So that's
So
like
he
his.
lowborn like our boy,
Yes, yes, the low boy. He's just gonna.
Mr. Colonel Angus himself.
That's right, right. I mean, yeah, he is kind of like a Christian Cole almost, lowborn
Yeah.
who became the knight. So now let's get to the star Targaryen of this, which is Prince Aegon Targaryen, aka Egg, a child prince of the Targaryen dynasty, and he is going to be Dunk's squire. The other Targaryens a part of this is Prince Aegon Targaryen, nicknamed Bright Flame. I think we see some shots of him in the series. He seems like the pompous, arrogant Targaryen. You see with the short hair, if I'm not mistaken. If you see the trailer or whatever, he is Egg's older brother. The next Targaryen is Prince Baelor Targaryen, aka Breakspear. He is the heir to the Iron Throne and hand of the king to Daeron II, who is, by the way, Daeron II is the actual king of Westeros, and he is Egg's uncle. So I just want to get some things straight. So all this is kind of tying to Egg. So far we have a brother of Egg, and we have looks like two uncles of Egg. Okay,
You said
next
Daron.
Daeron.
So black.
Yeah, Daeron II is his name, yo. Daeron second. All right. Next Targaryen we have is Prince Maekar Targaryen. Baelor that we just talked about, younger brother and Aegon and Egg's father.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So Daeron is there as the king. He got the one brother that's Baelor, who's the hand, who's the older brother, and then the younger brother after that, Maekar, who is and Maekar is Egg's father and Bright Flame's father. Okay,
Yeah. So what you're saying is the king doesn't have any sons?
I don't believe he does, if I'm not mistaken. I don't
Okay.
believe he does. You know, and then the final Targaryen, and he is listed as a guest appearance, so we'll see him every once in a while. Is Prince Daeron, the drunken Targaryen. He is Egg's and Aaron's older brother. Okay. So if we getting this right, let's start. Let's start. There's Prince Daeron II. He's the
Hmm.
king. He has two brothers, Baelor and Mycor. Mycor has three kids. The oldest, which is Prince Daeron the Drunken Targaryen, Bright Flame, which is Aeron, and then Little Egg. So that's what we see there. And somewhere in there is Aemon, but I don't think Aemon is going to be a part of this season or
Yeah,
whatever right here.
probably
Probably
not.
here. So those are your Targaryens right there. I hope that explains it. If not, you can go online and look up the Targaryen family tree and they'll show.
Have fun. You know what's
Have fun.
crazy?
What's
It's
that?
crazy that like your man named his son after his brother.
Wild. Yes. Yeah.
And then he became like, like in the lineage of his brother. That's
Yeah.
crazy dedication.
Crazy right there. So some more characters that are going to be a part of this. Okay, we have Prince Aegon, Prince Aeron, Prince Baelor. You have a Dornish puppeteer known as Tansel. No idea who that is. Okay. Another main character on this show, Sir Lionel Baratheon. So we got a Baratheon here. He is a knight known as the Laughing Storm and the heir to House Baratheon. That sounds like trouble in itself right there. So, we have a
Yeah.
Baratheon here, okay? Then we have some other guest folk coming up. Sir Humphrey Hart Hardying, a knight of House Hardying. Don't know who they are. Sir Stefan Fossaway, a knight of House Fossaway of Cider Hill. Okay. Then we have Steely Pate, a blacksmith hailing from the Reach.
Okay.
So
I know,
that
I
we
know
know
the
about the
reach. Yeah, I know
Reach.
the reach. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right there. Then we have Sir Manfred Dundarian,
yeah.
a
Oh,
house of Dundarian
I
of
know
Blackhaven.
know
So
them.
we know about Sir Dundarian. Of course, he was the guy with the eye patch in the OG series that oh god, the Red Priest, I can't think of his name, kept bringing him back to life. You know what I'm saying? So you got a House of Dundarian. So we got some names that we recognize here.
Hmm.
Um, we have another Fossaway, Raymond Fossaway. He's Stefan's cousin and squire. So he's a
Bruh.
squire.
Stefan and Raymond
Yeah.
was black as hell.
Black ass names. We are loving
Stefan
this.
and Raymond.
And don't forget Dayron. We got
Get
two Dayron. We
down.
got two Dayrons up in here. All right.
Oh, God.
Next we have name is just Plumber, the steward of Ashford. Then we have Lord Leo Longthorn Tyrell. So Lord Leo Tyrell, known as Longthorn, the Lord of Highgarden, as we know about that.
Okay, okay. Got some Tyrells in his hoe.
And the final person that they're saying is a person is Sir Arian Pennytree, an old hedge knight and Dunk's mentor. So he is the one who mentored Dunk and which got Dunk to become that. So that is the cast of this series right here. Um, if you ask me what do I expect from this, I have no idea. I never read a night. I never read the Tales of Dunk and Egg. I have an understanding of it. I know how things end up at the end of the day when it comes to Dunk and Egg or whatever. I just can't wait to see how that all comes
Yeah,
into play for that. But this is also, like I said, this is a time right here. If I'm not mistaken, this is around the same time too, where maybe Dorne has just kind of entered the fold of the Seven Kingdoms. Dorne and finally Westeros is now seven kingdoms and not six,
yeah,
So I believe around this time, Dorne has kind of has entered the fray or whatever. And I'm interested to see the dynamic that you're going to have here because as we see in that trailer, some of the highborn knights and we see like they're treating Dunk like he just some rando nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a
yeah,
lowborn and stuff like that, and he's gonna probably do a lot of great things. And like I said, he's called Duncan the Tall because he's considerably tall considering that time period. I think the actor that is playing Dunk is like 6'5", 6'6", and he's a rugby player. So they had to get somebody who was fairly imposing to play, saying to play this role. So I'm really interested to see how this works out. Of course, dealing with Targaryens and that crown, there's gonna probably be some backsliding, so so backstabbing, backsliding. Daggone, I should be the king. Oh, this and that. Because you think everybody that I said is a Targaryen name so far has been a prince, except for King Daeron the second that I've said. So I expect what I think for what Rashad and what for me, what made me fall in love with Game of Thrones is yes, I like fantasy stuff, but it wasn't just that with this story. It was the story and it was the dialogue.
yeah,
And dealing with a story where you have a main character, the two main characters are basically a knight and a squire, and to know that there's going to be a hell of a lot of dialogue probably between them, probably going on between the older brothers who probably might think that Dunk ain't even fit to be, what I'm saying,
yeah,
dealing with Egg, Dunk probably having the pressure on his back of, hey, nigga, nothing better than that happen. This is a royal family member or whatever, and having to keep this kid hidden from the fact because you going out into the wild, baby, and it's just you with a royal family member. People can hold you up for ransom and all that type of stuff, man. So,
yeah. So there's a lot of built-in
mm-hmm,
like tension with that,
mm-hmm,
and and also just seeing how you have like again like this like Lone Wolf and Cub storyline. Like we the last time we kind of got this was on like Arya and and like the Hound,
yeah,
and I was just thinking as you were talking, like I was like, oh, how is this gonna play with this kid and this adult and this very hyper adult series? I'm like, oh yeah, we kind of already did this once before,
yeah,
and Arya like really represented like to me like a shift in how we view like kind of like kids and real adult stuff
yeah.
because the Hound it took him a long time to kind of like
Warm
kind
up
of
to her.
warm up to her and he definitely was looking at her like yo I'm here for the money, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, I'm trying to get you back to your mom so I can get paid and I can go on my day. And yeah, so now we have this kind of relationship starting off from this sort of already like, this better place. So it's gonna be interesting to see like how their relationship, kind of develops.
And one thing with the Hound and Art, he didn't treat her like a kid. He treated her like an adult and stuff, like teaching her. He taught her the evil side of the world.
He taught her how to
Her
survive.
he taught her how to survive. Like when they crashed at the house of the guy and his daughter and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll work with y'all." He says, "Fair work for fair wages." And the next morning, Arya wakes up. He done knocked the man out and took his silver, his silver coins, and he's just like, Arya's like, "You're the worst shit to ever live," and he's like, "Hey, explain something to you. We surviving here." He was like, "They not even gonna make it past the winter." And what happens, Rashad? We come back 3 seasons later, 4 seasons later, and sure enough, he sees that the father and the daughter had died. They did not make it, past the winter. Also, going back to, you know, when those raiders had attacked the man's house, and he was like, "Hey man, just put me out my misery," type thing. And the Hound was like, "Don't worry, you good." And he stabbed him in the heart and basically showed her like, "Hey, this is how you do it. It's quick and it's clean. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no suffering, just right in the heart, and they done." Type, thing. Then it goes back to as well, because you saw the interaction when Brienne tried to take her, and she was like, "I don't know you, big blonde woman. I'm out of here," and stuff. And then we see in that second to last season, when we was about to have the council to talk about, they was gonna tell Cersei about what's going on up north. Brienne and the Hound met up, and she was like, "I thought you was dead." He says, "Oh, it's gonna take take more than that to kill me or whatever." And then they was like, "Did you get her to her? Did you get her to where she had to go?" He was like, "Yeah, did, but whatever happened." And it was like, "Man, I hope she all right." He was like, "Psh." And they was like, "I feel sorry for anybody that messed with her." And they had like a surrogate mom and dad moment, like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like that girl is all right. So it's going to be great. It's going to be funny to see that dynamic having, like I said, we saw with Arya and the Hound, where she hated her. Remember, he was on her list
Definitely.
to kill. She wanted to kill this mofo or whatever. He was on the list, and we're going to see this dynamic where it seems like this kid is going to be an annoying little bastard and wants to hang out with this dude, and this dude like or whatever. And I'm wondering, Rashad, this is he going to know off the bat that this is Prince Aegon, or he's gonna find out later on, like, "Oh
It's
shit,
a good question. I mean,
yeah,
because you see he balled the whole time.
uh-huh,
So, and he just coming around to the stalls and talking
yeah."
and like, look, I'll be your side. He like, man, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you even here?
Who are these niggas?
Yeah, for real, for real. This ain't no make a wish, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, it's like that part for me is going to be very interesting. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, one of our major pet peeves with the show is the overly precocious kid trope.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this little bastard know everything, it's gonna be real annoying real fast.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing how it is like Game of Thrones world,
Mm-hmm.
kids be dying all the time. So like I don't think he's gonna be like the most, like worldly or advanced 10-year-old there is. So I do have
Yeah.
some faith in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It won't be
So
like,
look.
Leia and like Obi-Wan.
Oh my God. Yeah. So looking at this right here, executive producers for this show are I said George. George R. R. George R. R. Martin, Ira Parker, Ryan Condal, Vince Gerardis, Owen Harris, and Sarah Bradshaw. And looking at episodes without names, who directed Owen Harris, he directs the first 3 episodes. Owen Harris directs the first 3 episodes, and they're written by, or most of them are written by Ira Parker, Aziz Barnes, Ira Parker, Hiram Martinez, Annie Julia Wyman, and Ira Parker. Then 6 episodes. It's only 6 episodes in the season. So
Yeah.
Owen Harris does the first 3, and Sarah Aiden Smith does the last three.
Ryan Condal should be a familiar name. He was the showrunner on House of the Dragon.
There you go.
So he
Yep.
EP'd a little bit last on that second season as well. So still got some Game of Thrones people in the house. George R. R. Martin was on set
Hmm.
for this. And
Source material.
it's always good when when good old George is there.
Hmm.
Crazy things happen when he's not there. So
Yeah.
so George was there, even though he's still going around his Substack, how pissed he was that it didn't go the way he wanted it to go, which I
Uh-huh.
just find absolutely hilarious.
What's that?
Like after the season is done, he'll like critique the season
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then tell y'all like, yo, like I really didn't want this like this. I wanted it like this.
You'd be like,
Yo,
my
like
nigga,
that
you on
man
the
is
set. My nigga, you on the set. But George R. R. Martin is the ultimate perfectionist. I mean, look, this man. I don't think we're gonna ever get these last two books or
like,
whatever.
he ain't getting wins a winner.
So
Nope.
I think he's like, I'm having too much fun writing sad stories. I think he's having too much fun writing the side stories. I think he's having too much fun doing theories and stuff with Comic Con. And I think this TV money that he's getting
TV,
from this is
TV
very,
money
very
is different for him,
TV money is
yo.
different. Let me just see. So how old is George R. R.
You
Martin?
got to be in his 60s, right?
George R. R. Martin is 77 years old.
Bro, y'all ain't never getting wins a winner.
We ain't never getting Windsor with her. We not. And what's the other one? The last one, I think, what Promise of Spring. We ain't never getting them. We not never getting them.
Oh,
We
that's
are never going to. You know
crazy.
what I'm saying?
It'd be funny if he already got it written and he
And
just
he's
gonna
like,
release
release
it
it when I die.
when he die.
Yeah, yeah, release it. Like, what's that Wu Tang album? That limited one where they're like, oh, you can't mass produce it to like 70 years or something
Yeah,
like that or
yeah.
whatever. So
These one
I
the
wouldn't
one
be surprised.
that got sold to that pharmaceutical dude that went to jail.
Yeah, they got it back from him or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
yeah. That's crazy times in America. But nah, you're like, yeah, this series right here is seemingly gonna be just like six episodes, and I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah.
Like
I,
all in all, man, like Game of Thrones is one of my favorite franchises. Cannot wait till we see the actual Dance of some Dragons later on next summer.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, like it's we're back home, Chewy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Not we back
I
home.
can't like I can't man, like I cannot wait to sit down at my desk at 9 o'clock on a Sunday and it
Mm-hmm.
be some damn Game of Thrones on HBO
Right.
Max.
Right.
Come on, man. Like what else y'all want? You know,
Right.
like for real, like next year's gonna be our episode for what's coming up in 2026 is gonna
Mm-hmm.
be so packed.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be so packed. You just we got like 4 or 5 things on HBO Max alone. Not
Yes.
even some of the other stuff, man. So like, yeah. I mean, that's all I got for this one, man. I ain't trying to ramble on forever, but nah,
Yeah, I'm not
we had to
I'm
come
not
up
trying to.
here and really just talk about our love for Game of Thrones and letting y'all know that come January 19th, we'll be reviewing
Uh-huh.
episode 1 of Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Your Western Bros are back, and we are here for it, baby. So yeah, that's just want to give you a nice little rundown of that.
On the channel, guys, you guys need to go back. If you by happen to watch one battle after another, a very interesting movie, should I say.
Hmm.
Me and cousin Nadia came through because she saw it and we
I'm gonna
reviewed it.
I'm gonna try to watch it maybe this weekend.
Yeah, because I need to see that. Great movie. Also, me and Tony reviewed Demon Slayer. The first 18-20 minutes are on YouTube. The rest of that is neatly tucked away on theuponfurtherreview.com. We talked for almost an hour and a half about that whole too. So
Mm-hmm.
exclusive content on the site. 10 will get you in, as we say. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure that you are staying locked over there for the exclusive stuff. Oh yeah. Um, getting ready to do the editing for Interstellar. Found the Blu-ray DVD because I want the thing to be looking crisp,
Mm,
super crispy when I finish that. Had to actually go buy a Blu-ray DVD player. So yeah, so yeah, I'm really committed to that, and I just need that because like now I'm gonna start buying physical hardware on the
yeah,
real for the stuff that
yeah.
I really love. But yeah,
Like,
that's
I
all.
I have all the Game of Thrones seasons on DVD, Blu-ray, and
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
certain. I say I have to get for us. I know I need to get it for House of the Dragon too, just to have it or whatever. So
I
yeah,
don't even know if they even have DVDs of that yet, do they?
I, I
You know
don't
how
know.
they be doing. They be waiting.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Hmm.
nah, that's up there as well. Get locked in on all the things, YouTube, Facebook. Facebook has been kind of surprisingly popping. I don't know. I guess y'all want to get nasty, but yeah, I'm cool with it. Facebook,
Hmm. Yeah.
IG, TikTok, and I will always talk on threads. Yeah,
Indeed.
but that's all I got, man. We will see you guys, Lord willing, tomorrow with the
Yes.
finale of Peacemaker.
I forgot what the
I
day
know,
is, man.
I know, I
It's
know.
everything is just starting to.
I know it's a busy time, man. Not even on
Uh,
the channel, just in general. It's busy right now. It's just the fall.
hmm.
So yeah,
Hmm.
so Peacemaker tomorrow, hopefully, if not Saturday at the latest. But yeah, man, that's all we got, man. Until the next time.